Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about the concept solid and liquid. Now I know that we've discussed this before, but what we're going to be doing today is talking about what happens to the state of the solid or the liquid when we add or remove heat. Now we're going to be talking about one of my favourite yummy treats, and usually is something that might be kept in the pantry which you might have at home. It's chocolate. So what we're going to do today is see what happens when we apply a heat to chocolate and see what happens. But first of all, I'll get you to refresh my memory. Do you remember what a solid is and what a liquid is? I'll get you to pause the video and discuss this with your teacher. Okay, so just to refresh your memory, a solid is an object that has atoms bound together very tight so it doesn't move. And this, for example, could be a rock. And a liquid has atoms that are bound together, but they're very, very loose, and it causes the liquid to move. So this could be something like water. So for the experiment today, I wanted to make sure that everything that I've got here is going to be safe and that we're going to be practicing safe procedures. So I've made sure that my bench is nice and clean and clear of clutter. I've made sure that I've got my hand mitts here to keep me protected from heat. I've also got my kettle here. Now if you're at home or with your teacher, make sure that they're going to be pouring the boiling water, not you, to make sure that you're protected from the heat as well. I've also got my wooden spoon here too, which makes sure that that protects me from heat as well when it's against the metal bowl. Okay, so what do you think will happen when we apply heat to the chocolate? I'll get you to pause the video now and have a chat about this with your teacher. Fantastic, so let's start the experiment and find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my oven mitts to make sure that I'm nice and safe. I'm going to use them to pour the boiling hot water. I'm going to carefully pour it. Now I'm going to grab this bowl and pop it over the top of the boiling water. I'm going to get my chocolate, remove my mince, and use a wooden spoon to pour the chocolate into the bowl. Now let's see what happens. So if you come and have a closer look here, we can see that the chocolate is very slowly starting to melt. So what do you think happens when we apply the heat? Do you think that this is turning into a liquid or a solid? If you guessed a liquid, that's correct, because it's actually making the atoms quite loose, so it means that there's providing movement there. So you can see here that it's slowly starting to melt. Very slowly. Perfect. Okay, so what will happen if we take away the heat from the chocolate? Well, I've prepared one here earlier, so you can see that the heat is no longer there and the chocolate has melted previously, but now it's become a solid again. It's not moving. So it means that the atoms have become bound together very tightly again to stop it from moving. So I'm going to get you all to have a think about what other states of solids and liquids might change if they apply heat or take away heat. So I'm going to get you to think about this with your teacher now, and we'll get into groups and perform some experiments ourselves. So I'll see you in the classroom.